commenting on characters and structure. Dear students, while using our pre-critical response, we can also talk about characters and characterizations and also about the structure of a literary work. Because, characters and characterization, these are the components which could be evaluated and explored with a particular, particular objective. And also we can explore the structure of a literary work in order to explore it and to do our basic level, very, a small scale researchers to start with. So I'm giving you some hints so that you can also think about commenting on characters and characterizations, and then doing your very small scale, basic level research questions. Okay. So we know that the pre-critical response is something which is without involving any particular literary theory or any particular critical approach. We are just using the naked, very, natural and very basic level lenses, so that we are, just appreciating literature with the help of what, how, and why, right? If you remember our basic level starting discussion on pre-critical response, okay? So the idea is that the characterization is the process through which an author, a writer would develop the personalities in the, personality or personalities in the literary work, right? So you can comment on those processes which are involved while developing, characters and characters, right? So that could be a starting point. And we have different kinds of, characters. Like we have round characters. Round characters are called, developed and believable characters, okay? So the natural characters which are, developed with the passage of time, they are, the kind of characters. Then the flat characters are those stereotypical characters which are, representing a particular class of the society or a particular, character of a society, right? So those are flat characters. So you can think about, Rosencrantz in the Hamlet, right? The soldier in the play, okay, a typical stereotypical soldier, right? And then you can also comment on the lover in the poem to his coy mistress, right? So what typical flat character the lover is, right? So you can comment on that, and you can also look for some other literary works, and you can comment on that. Similarly, you can comment on the character of Hamlet, that what kind of character Hamlet is, from his royal, affiliation point of view. He's the prince of Denmark. Then his behavior as a typical prince, right? And then his, his behavior as a, real Christian, okay? So his beliefs in Christianity, and then making him as a stereotype of his community, right? His representative features being a soldier, being a prince, right? So these are the features which you can explore. These are some examples. And then dynamic characters are there, which get changed with the passage of time, and they are developed, and they are dynamic, right? And then static characters which are remaining in the same form and which are not really dynamic, right? So we have dynamic characters as well as we have static characters. So you can talk about characters and characterization, and then you can also talk about the structure of a literary work, right? So the structure is basically the reader's or viewer's unconscious sense of plot structure, right? That what is the structure? Is it loose structure, or is it, tighten, very strict structure, okay? And then is a representative form of a particular genre. Literary works might have different structures, right? So the relatedness of actions, the gradual build-up in suspense from a situation full of potential to a climax and a resolution, right? So these are, the points which could be evaluated and which could be used for appreciating characters and characterizations in a structure within a particular literary work. And these are some of the points which you can use for starting up with your exploration of literary works.